like to introduce the Executive Director of Minnesota Math and Science Academy, Joseph Kamitsky.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, our distinguished guests, our families, faculty, and most importantly, the class of 2022. It's a great honor and privilege to give this speech before you, and I promise I don't take it light and long. I have chosen every word quite carefully because I am fully aware of the responsibility speaking before you. So here you are. Congratulations, graduates, class of 2022. Today is a great day. It's a day to celebrate with your families and your friends. A day you have been waiting for since you entered kindergarten those 13 years ago. It might be long, but if you think it, it is short. How I know it? This is how it is. I remember my daughter's kindergarten orientation day, and they put that on the screen. It was saying, class of 2031. I said, wow, you know, it is a long distance future. And now, with the experience that I have, and I can say, your parents are going to second me, it is going to be a blink of an eye that is going to pass, and I will be sitting like your parents are sitting and celebrating in the head of future. And this is how the time goes. You think it is slow, but once you look back, it is really fast, and it never stops. I believe they remember you as you enter your school in your first time ever in your lives as an elementary student. Now you are graduating and becoming a college student or anything that you wanted to be as an adult in the community. Dear graduates, as you return the caps and gowns, take off them, and you are wearing today, and take the tassels and diplomas home. Remember this, the diploma that you are gonna get today is the proof of your hard work for the past 13 years. However, it is not an insurance policy or a guarantee or protection, but it is the first step towards a better life as long as you continue to learn and improve yourselves. Your biggest asset in this journey is, this is the first question in the pop-up quiz. Your biggest asset. What do you think your biggest asset? Let's see who's listening me. Nobody? Yourself. I take it, I'm going to say the time. The time that you have. Use it, take the advantage of it. But please, don't waste it. We always take the time that we have for granted, and we thought it's going to be flowing to us, like never stopping thing. But that is not the case. And the worst thing about the time that I hate is you cannot make up that time. You cannot go back in the future to change anything, to relive any experience that you have. I hope many of you plan the next years as what you study in college, what certificate program that you will complete. Please and please stay on track and don't give up, because we all know life is full of surprises and challenges. There will be times that you just want to quit of the thing that you will do. Just be persistent and patient of what you are doing. Remember this, you experienced this pandemic during your high school years. And we all know the toll on you and your fellow friends, such as loss of learning, the uncertainty and fluid dynamic of learning setting changes, the social and emotional challenges that you had, your family had at Ritza. And then you managed to overcome all of these, and now here you are to celebrate one of your biggest moments in your life. I grew up in a farmer family, and we had a lot of challenges over the years, and many years. The only thing that made me come before you here is the education that I got from my teachers and their invaluable efforts up to this moment. It was not an easy and full of surprises, uncertainties, emotions, joy, happiness, sadness, even anger, you name it. You will experience all of those as well. But here I am looking back on my past and feeling grateful what I had at that time and still what I have now. I know I promised it's not going to be a long speech, and I have never seen a person looking at their watch yet. So it looks like I'm going good. All right. So just bear me with another hour, and then I will finish, promise. No? Okay. All right, a couple more minutes. Okay, I'm not going to test your patience that much, because I saw the look here. Got it. I got you. All of us have values that define us, and they are similar, but in different orders from person to person. I stick with these 3 values. How many? 3 values, yes, in my professional life, and wanted to talk about them, hoping that it inspires you as well. First one, compassion. I feel compassion towards people I work with, and more importantly, towards my students. I always question myself if I gave everything that I had, and looking for more ways to do more, to help more, to give more. This comes with tireless day and nights while planning lessons, planning for the future, planning for the next year, making sure that everything is all set. But at the end, I am happy with all of that. So my advice to you is to find something that you love to do, and always look for others, because we are not alone in this world and never will be. Second, what was the first one? Pop quiz. First one? I cannot hear. It looks like everybody's daydreaming. Mr. West, what we are going to do now? Should I repeat again? As a teacher, I am happy to say I can teach you again. It can take forever. Just be careful. All right. First was compassion. Second, growth mindset. I am an educator and also a lifelong learner. I always wanted to improve myself by learning new things, even the things I never used or planning to use, such as a solution to a big math problem. I love watching those YouTube videos explaining those type of solutions in that sense. That is my passion. Or how things work. That is my childhood thing, that I always break my toy in the second or the third day, because I now am curious of how it is working. I also learn new approaches in education to better serve the people and my community, because I know there is always a better way to serve and to do the things. Here comes my second piece of advice to you. Look for better in your life, and don't stop growing your knowledge and skill sets. Third, be consistent. This is the response that I got from my uncle once I asked, what is the thing that I should stick with in education as a young teacher? That I asked him to tell me only one thing. And this is the one thing that he said. Be consistent of what you are doing, what you are saying, and stick with whatever you are doing. I have lots of stories to tell you about this, but respecting your time, I will cut it short. So my third advice, it comes here. Be consistent in what you do in your life and stick with the principles that make you a good person and defines you as a good person. Your path in your life will be clear and straight as long as you are consistent with your decisions. You don't go right and left and back and forth. You go straight all the time if you are consistent in your life. So the fourth one. Thank you. This is something that I was waiting for, and that's why I paused for it. Okay. So my audience is very, how can I say, patient. They are reluctant. At the same time, they are listening to me. They are good students. You deserve it. All right. As I'm concluding my speech, I want to thank all of our teachers, support personnel, and administration, not only the ones who are here now, but the ones who contributed your education, your life, to make your life better for your future. And I want to thank our families for trusting us with their children and allowing us to serve you and to serve your kids. Again, congratulations, and may the happiness follow you wherever you go. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kaminsky, for your words. On behalf of MMSA, I would like to thank Mr. Kaminsky and the entire school board for their commitment to provide our students and staff with outstanding educational opportunities. Our students, our staff, our community appreciate everything the board has done on behalf of our kids. Thank you very much. All right, we're about to get started with our first guest. I guess I'm supposed to read this speech here. You may have seen our first guest speaker on the KARE 11 News giving the weather forecast. What you may have not known about this gentleman is that he's an established author. He volunteers at the local elementary schools. He is an active member of both the National Weather Association and the National Association of Black Journalists. And from what I read about him, one of his favorite movies is Black Panther. So Wakanda forever, brother. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Guy Brown to speak.
I come from a family full of news junkies, so I always used to just look forward to the weather forecast. Now I'm bringing it to you, and I love breaking down the forecast so I can get you ready for your day.
Guy Brown brings you the weather on KARE 11 Sunrise.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I gotta pop the collar. Y'all know that one? You know what I mean? Pop the collar. Okay. Let's make some noise for the graduates. I know y'all are ready. Let's go. Yes. They deserve it. All the hard work. And I would like to pay homage to all the parents, the grandmas, aunties, uncles, all of you guys guiding everybody and the students through this accomplishment. You know, to the graduates, I can assure you that you will never forget this special day because you are really writing your own story. This is the time to turn the page and write a new chapter. I remember my graduation like it was yesterday. It wasn't yesterday, it was back in 2010. But I remember I was probably sitting my left of the stage, hot, humid day. That was the weather. Of course, I remember that part. And I also remember the song that was stuck in my head back then, 2010. It was all about, you know, You're a Jerk by the New Boys in the Dougie. Don't make me start doing that. It was pretty cringeworthy back then. And I can assure you, more than likely, 10 years from now, your high school days may be a little cringeworthy. We're all maybe talking about TikTok, like, ugh. But, you know, more importantly, it's a special day, and you won't forget it. I kept thinking about, on that day, my next journey. my next step? What would it look like? I wasn't too clear on my next move and what I wanted to do. And Dr. Martin Luther King said, you know, you don't always have to see the whole staircase to take the next step. And that simply means just having faith in whatever you do. So if that's something that you can take away from today, have faith in that next move, that next step. I like to share with you guys some keys along the way and some nuggets that, you know, helped me along my journey, and they may help you. Key number 1, take baby steps in whatever you want to do, because those baby steps will eventually grow, and then you'll start making those steps a little bit bigger. They'll be giant steps eventually. When you do something that your friend likes or something that your friend is interested in, text them and let them know. Keep your friends and don't be afraid to make new friends. Daily habits are also very important because that's always the start of something a whole lot bigger. You can only control your hard work, so I believe the harder you work, the luckier you're going to end up getting. Listen to music. Don't listen to the new boys anymore, and that's like, you know. But listen to music, because studies show that music actually stimulates more parts to the human brain than any other function. So crank up the tunes. I don't know if that's a thing anymore. All right, and the last thing, most importantly, keep going, keep progressing, keep pushing, keep affirming yourself, keep creating, keep learning, keep going, and keep writing your story. Congratulations.
All right, I had to bring my little fan up here with me because it's hot. Hey, baby. Hi, graduates. You guys look so amazing. The lighting has y'all lit. Great job. So basically, I wanted to introduce one of my favorite human beings here at MMSA. It is an honor to present our performer for the evening. This marvelous woman is a well-known singing artist, community leader, and one of our beloved and longest-standing school administrators. But most importantly, she's my colleague and my dear friend. Mrs. Blakey, we love you here at MMSA, and as you continue to blossom into the superstar that you are, don't you ever forget your beloved Mustang family.
Never!
Without further ado, please put your hands together for Ms. Blakey as she sings Halo by Beyonce.
Thank you. I love y'all. Remember those walls I built? Baby, they're tumbling down. They didn't even put up a fight. They didn't even make a sound. I found a way to let you in, but I never really had a doubt. Standing in the light of your halo, I got my angel now. It's like I've been awakened. Every rule I had you breaking. It's the risk that I'm taking. I'm never gonna shut you out. Everywhere I'm looking now, I'm surrounded by your embrace. Baby, I can see your halo. You know you're my saving grace. You're everything I need and more, 'cause it's written all over your face. Baby, I can see your halo. I pray it won't fade away. I can see your halo, 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 halo. Hit me like a ray of sun, burning through my darkest night. You're the only one that I want. Think drunk, I'm addicted to your light. I swear I'd never fall again, but this don't really feel like falling. Gravity can't forget to pull me back to the ground again. It's like I've been awakened. Every rule I had you breaking. It's the risk that I'm taking. I'm never gonna shut you out. Everywhere I'm looking now, I'm surrounded by your embrace. Baby, I can feel your halo. Pray it won't fade away. You're everything I need and more. It's written all over your face. Baby, I can see your halo. You know you're my saving grace. Oh, I can see your halo. Your halo. 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 Ooh. Everywhere I'm looking now, I'm surrounded by your embrace. Baby, I can see your halo. I pray it won't fade away. Everything I need and more, it's written all over your face. Baby, I can feel your halo. I pray it won't fade away. Halo, 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 halo,
Thank you. I love you guys.
All right. Yeah, that was, go on, girl. Most of y'all and the seniors know I'm not an emotional cat, but that was crazy. Yeah. Let me get myself together here. All right. Our second guest, I know. Lord have mercy. All right, Khadijah, stop all that. All right. Let me get this out. Our second guest speaker is currently Chief Equity Officer of the Minnesota Department of Human Services. She is working hard to make MDH an anti-racist institution. Before joining DHS, she spent 24 years at Bethel University as a professor in the Biblical and Theology Studies Department. For the last 5 years, she has also served as a community liaison to communities of color for the University Office of Diversity. Prior to that, she held a variety of positions in youth ministry, healthcare, and education, and has served as a consultant on anti-racism, equity, and diversity. I am so pleased to have her here tonight. Please help me in welcoming Dr. Karen McKinney.
I first want to say thank you to Principal West, to Vice Principal Ms. Hassan and Ms. James for the invitation and the honor to come and speak to the graduating class of 2022. And I want to congratulate all of you graduates on your great accomplishment. This is a round of applause. So I am the Reverend Dr. Karen McKinney. My pronouns are she and her, and I'm a person who grew up in North Minneapolis. You don't know me at all, but that's all right. And you'll forget me, but that's all right too. When I grew up, I understood that I was poor because North Minneapolis was considered a poor community. My mother had graduated from North High School, which was my high school, and she worked in a factory. My father was a dropout from the 4th grade. He never learned to read or write, and he struggled most of his life with getting and keeping a job. But my parents had great aspirations for their 7 children. They wanted the best for us, like your parents do you. I became a bookworm when I was in the 6th grade. And from then on, I always had my nose in a book. And by the time I was in 8th grade, I was reading and comprehending at the 11th grade level. And it served me well. I won a scholarship to the University of Minnesota and graduated with a degree in English literature. And after working in ministry for about 10 years, I went back to grad school and got a Master of Divinity degree from Fuller Seminary. And then a few years later, I won the Bush Fellowship. And I was able to go back to school again, second time for grad school, and I got a master's degree in education. Once I started teaching at Bethel University, they wanted and encouraged me to get a doctorate degree. So I went back, and this time I got my doctorate in educational leadership. I spent more years in grad school than you have spent in school, and probably more than your age. I'm telling you all of this because I want to give you a message that you can achieve way more than people expect of you, and maybe even more than you expect of yourself. Your possibilities are unlimited. Did you hear me? Your possibilities are unlimited. All the time that I was growing up, I want to say, I want to leave you with this image of possibility. That's what I want you to remember. All the time that I was growing up, I kept getting messages, a lot of them were negative, from the media, from society, even from teachers, and from my community, that I would not amount to much. And I think you get some of those same kinds of messages, that you won't amount to much, that I was not worth a whole lot, that I should expect to get a job in an industry or a factory and be satisfied with that. But I kept reading books that led me to dreams that were far larger than that. And while the world was telling me, you can't do that, there was an inner voice that was telling me, try that. You should try that. You should take that risk. You could do that. I had to decide which voice I was going to listen to. So I brought along this little thing that's sitting there because I wanted to show this concept of possibility to you. The first boss that I had a little thing like that, and it was sitting on his desk. And it's a nail sticking out of a piece of wood, and then a bunch of nails. And I said, why do you have that on your desk? And he said, it's an exercise. And what you have to do is you have to balance 12 nails on one. And I'm like, I don't think that can be done. So here it is. Here's a little piece of wood. And here's the 12 nails. And he said, balance all of these nails on that one. And I'm like, okay. Gotta. No, that's just one nail on one. And he's like, no, all the nails on one. And so, of course, when I tried to put this one on, the whole thing fell down. So then he said, take it home. So I took it home. And I got all the nails to stand up on the wood. But he's like, no, the nails need to be on the nail. And I was working really hard trying to figure out, how can you do this? It's not possible. And so I kept working at it. And so I'm going to show you how it is possible to do what looks impossible. First, you start with the foundation. And what is your foundation? So for me, it's my faith. Figure out what is your foundation. What's the thing that grounds you in your humanity? What is your foundation? And then you take what I call ancestor memory. And that's the elders and the ancestors in your family and community. And they are the shoulders on which you stand. And you never forget that you stand on the shoulders of those who've gone before you. Your family, your grandparents, your parents are here. You stand on their shoulders. Don't forget that. Okay? To recognize that life is a journey. He spoke about being on a journey, and recognize that you are on a journey and you get to say what your story is going to be. So recognize that you're not meant to just sit still. You are moving, you are on a journey. And then you have to recognize that knowledge is precious. Everybody does not get the opportunity to do what you just did. You know, half the world does not get to go to school to graduate. So you've already passed half the world. If you go on to college, you'll be putting yourself into an even smaller box. So knowledge is precious. Hold it as precious and recognize that. It doesn't come to everybody. Then also recognize that you are not alone. You do this in the context of community. There's people that you're doing it with, so surround yourself with the people who are supportive. Now you have to figure out what are the values and the characteristics that you are going to have. For you, for me, it was resiliency. For me, it was compassion, like he spoke of. For me, it was family. It was community. Those were the kinds of things that were my values. So what are your values? And for me, it was also faith. And then I wanted to say, there's going to be so much that scares you. You might already be scared, but there's going to be even more when you get in that bigger world. So I want to say, lean into what scares you. Don't back away from that. Just lean into it, and don't let that stop you and shape you, because you are not to be shaped by fear. And also, you need to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. You got to embrace uncomfortability or discomfort, because I'm going to tell you, people are going to be uncomfortable around you. So just learn to embrace discomfort and go anyway. And then on top of all of that, you have to say, what's my power? For me, it was again, my faith and that spirit, but what's your power? And that holds all of that together. So here we are, creating this image of possibility. So I have all the nails, all 12 nails. Watch what I'm doing. Whoa. You see, I want to leave you with this image of possibility. There will be many things in your life that look like they can't be done. There will be people who will tell you you can't do something. And I want you to remember this image of possibility and understand and carry with you the message that if you have the right foundation and the right characteristics and values and the support, then you can achieve anything. You can go way beyond what people think you can do. So don't let those outside voices nor that inner voice sometimes stop you from accomplishing whatever mountain you're supposed to climb or move, and don't let it stop you from being the mountain that others can lean on. Okay. Accomplish the impossible. Thank you.
Really?
All right.
So we're going to begin bringing up our amazing senior speakers. Before I bring up our first two, I want to just say that watching these amazing scholars grow from young boys and girls to young men and women has been my absolute life's pleasure. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. The laughs, the tears, and a few cuss words that we've all shared together over my 8 years here at MMSA have made it all worth it. Every second, I swear, I truly love each and every one of you, and you know that I'm telling the truth right now. I do, I love you guys, like you're my own children. The buck doesn't stop here. A lot of y'all have my number, so you know you can call me if you need me. I'm there. These next two young men that are coming to the stage are two smart, handsome, sophisticated scholars who will no doubt touch the stars and beyond. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our seniors, Mr. Abdishakur Abdullahi and Salman Hussain.
Thank you for the introduction, Ms. Blakey. Good evening, MMSA friends and families. My name is Abdishakur Abdullahi.
And my name is Salman Hussain. After 4 long years, we finally reached the conclusion of our journey as a class. We learned together, struggled together, laughed together, but most importantly, we built a connection that will last forever. Strong bonds and friendship that we will carry with us through our lives. As we go on to do greater things in life, cherish the people who stood by you from the beginning. The community we've built together is something that cannot be broken. And I thank all of you sitting here today for truly making these 4 years special.
Honestly, it's crazy to think about. It feels like we just started the year and now here we are. After all we've been through, it's kind of scary that it's ending so soon. But instead of being sad, we should celebrate. All of us deserve to be here today. I mean, we went to school through a global pandemic. How hard is that? It seems It seems impossible, yet here we are. COVID basically stole 2 years of our lives. But did that stop us? No. We picked each other up, put in triple the effort, and got to where we are today. Be proud of yourselves because this is an astonishing achievement. Also, before we forget, when we were Googling how to write this speech, it said we needed to tell a joke somewhere. But we couldn't think of anything. So just pretend we said something funny. Go.
Back to what we were saying. We have to feel proud of ourselves, but also remember the people who helped us get here. Because I guarantee you, they are way more proud of you than we are. All of our teachers who gave 100% of themselves for our success, thank you. You didn't have to try so hard. You would have gotten paid regardless, but you did anyways, because you care. And you told us every day, our success is as much as yours as it is ours. And thank you to all of our parents who pushed us to be the best we could be from the day we were born. You've been there for everything else, so you're more than welcome to be here today. And just as important, thank you to all staffs at MMSA. They worked hard to build a home for this community and made sure our school was a good place to return to each and every day.
Lastly, some advice. As you move on in life, you're going to face more and more hardships with each passing day. But you have dealt with them now, so you can deal with them later. The only thing you need to remember is, no matter what happens, keep looking toward the future. If you can't, find someone who cares enough to look there with you. You already have a room full of them right here. Spend your time wisely so that, inshallah, every day becomes easier than the last. And most importantly, never let anyone stop you. No matter how hard your goals become, keep moving. Because as the wind continues to blow, rain continues to fall, and rivers continue to flow, we too must continue moving forward. Thank you.
Thank you.
I got you.
Thank you. I love you guys. Can I, Ms. Pa, can I get a little more sound, please, in the house? Thank you. You guys are our future. We're counting on y'all. I believe the children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. Everybody searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone who fulfilled my needs. A lonely place to be. And so I learned to depend on me. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity, because the greatest love of all is happening to me. I found the greatest love of all inside of me. The greatest love of all is easy to achieve. Learning to love yourself, it is the greatest love of all. I believe the children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I lived as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity, because the greatest love of all is happening to me. Hey, I found the greatest love of all inside.
chance, that special place that you've been dreaming of. If it leads you to a lonely place, find your strength in
Wow. Okay. Wow. That is beautiful. Thank you so much for blessing us with your vocals, Miss Blakey. All right. Next up, we have our second senior speakers. These two ladies have a special place in my heart and in my office. Never in trouble, though, but always fearlessly advocating for their peers. So much so that they have landed a trusted spot amongst their fellow seniors as school leaders. Ifrah Ahmed and Muna Mohammed have never ceased to amaze me with their eloquent words that somehow usually land me to say yes to anything they ask. But, all right, without further ado, here's our senior speakers.
I can't see anybody. I don't see anybody right now. Are you ready? Thank you, Ms. Hassan, for introducing us. Before we start this speech, we would love to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for waking us up this morning to attend this event. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, my name is Muna Mahmoud. And my name is Ifrah Ahmed. It is our pleasure to welcome students, families, guests, and faculty to graduation day at Minnesota Math and Science Academy.
Malcolm X once said, "Education is our passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to the people who prepare for it today." This quote resonates with everyone who dreams and has aspirations for the future. It resonates with my fellow graduates, teachers, and parents who are the driving force to why we're standing here today.
Our school has a tradition of celebrating cultures with our own Culture Day. In fact, this year, students fought to keep prayer time during the afternoon and won. We were able to convince our vice principal to allow us to the midday prayer by changing around our schedule in order to accommodate us. Having the ability to celebrate our religion, culture, play basketball with our teachers, and go on fun trips allows us to celebrate and cherish these memories and keep them with us for the rest of our lives.
During our school years, we had moments that were great and moments that were not so great. The exciting parts of high school were numerous and made a big impact on us as a school community. A couple of events that we did were going camping, having cup time, going to Valley Fair, and going on field trip for each and every different class. We also had staff versus student basketball game that we always win.
Our lowest moments were during junior year when we had online learning, which unfortunately caused social failures and academic problems. Going through that was extremely tough and exhausting, but as we came into the last year of high school, we made an amazing improvement that surprised ourselves. All we can say is that we survived and we thrived to come out on top of all the setback. Having the chance to stand here today and start a new journey in this time of our life gives a new meaning to us all.
Moving forward and want us to not only become better individuals, but to increase our knowledge in the best way possible. We as people cannot predict the future, but we can hope for the best and achieve what we can now. We might fail or we might succeed, but we have to keep trying because it's not how many times you get knocked down that matters, it's how many times you get back up. As we separate and go our individual ways, we hope our graduate keep positivity, hope, and the need to succeed alive.
As our 4-year journey comes to an end, we want to thank our classmates for making these years exciting and memorable. Thank you to all the teachers and support staff who worked so hard for us and were always there to watch us learn as young adults through those prosperous and difficult times. We also want to thank our families and the community who supported us and gave us advice on how to move forward in our education and part of our growth.
And to those who will take our place, we wish you the best. Thank you.
Okay, families, please give our student speakers another hand. They were amazing. You guys did good. You did real good. We're getting down to the end, folks. It has been a distinct privilege and an honor to serve as your principal. I will deliberately keep my comments short today as I want to leave time for you to savor what we are also excited to witness, watching our seniors walk across the stage in person to receive their diplomas. Tonight, we look forward to your futures after high school. We at MMSA wonder what it might be like for you after the ceremony. We hope that the lessons you have learned at our school will help you all to succeed. Your circumstances now will change, the environment will change, and the way you handle everyday life will change. The challenges you will face will yield more important and life-changing results than it did in our time here at MMSA. To all of our students, here, the future is where you will spend most of your lives. The real power of creating and being responsible for your own future is unlimited. You will hopefully experience enormous joy in creating this journey for yourself and enjoy the benefits of it too. I encourage you to put all your energy, your faith, your talent, and time into each opportunity that comes your way. In this very fast-changing world, be confident, expect the unexpected, embrace new challenges and opportunities. Each of you have grown in a way that I hope you are proud of, and you are now ready to transition to a new, exciting chapter in your lives. In closing, I would like to congratulate each of you again on your very important achievement. You should be very proud of yourselves and your accomplishment. Remember again to work hard, take pride in who you are, what you do, and be guided by the morals and ethics that you have learned from your teachers, your parents, and your community. I wish you all the most fulfilling and successful lives. Now, Mr. Kaminsky, and to all the members of the school board, it gives me great pleasure to certify to you that all students receiving diplomas today have met all of the requirements for graduation as established by the state of Minnesota and by Minnesota Math and Science Academy. I now welcome our assistant principal, Ms. Hassan, to begin the presentation of all the diplomas.
Just look when you want me to go. Just give me a look. right, families, I think we are ready. Please take a seat and let's get started with our ceremony and our certifications of diplomas. Abdishakur Abdullahi. Abdiqalik Adhan is graduating with honors with a 3.87 GPA. Jama Adhan is graduating with the second highest honors as salutatorian with a 3.88 GPA. Sabreen Adhan. Ifrah Ahmed. Mariam Ahmed. Asma Aidid. Ridwan Ali is graduating with honors with a 3.69 GPA. Suleiman Ali. Abdul Rahman Farah. Safiya Farah. Abdullahi Hassan is graduating with honors with a 3.66 GPA. Mahad Hassan. Nay So. Salman Hussain is graduating with the highest honor as a valedictorian with a 4.02 GPA. Ayan Ibrahim. Johnson. Sumaya Mahmood is graduating with honors with a 3.55 GPA. Abdimalik Mohammed. Abdirahman Mohammed. All right. Muhyiddin Mohammed. Mona Mohammed. Omar Noor. Mohammed Saeed is graduating with honors with a 3.58 GPA. Joseph Smith. Congratulations, scholars.
Can we, before the pictures, please, ladies and gentlemen, excuse me. Come on, let's hug. I know. Just give me a few moments here, please. I know they want the pictures. Okay. Feels good, don't it? Seniors, feels good? Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Will all of our graduates please stand? Okay. It is a long-standing tradition that after receiving a diploma, the cap tassel is shifted from the right side to the left side of the cap. This signifies to all the completion of the diploma